someone with a baseball bat or a knife, and there are as many people killed every year with blunt objects and knives as there are guns. In fact, many years more people are killed by knives, not just other objects, than guns. Do we say ban knives? Well, actually, in the UK, they've been trying to make you get a license now for butcher knives and cutlery. It hasn't passed, but they're trying to nationally ban butcher knives and other large knives because they have much higher knife crime theirs in the UK than they would have, quote, gun crime, that is, crime where guns are used. So it's the human mind is the problem. And I know we all know that when we step back. But when they get Phil Mudd of the CIA/FBI on TV to cry about another one of God's children has died, or when we get Jimmy Kimmel up there crying, they have been instructed, just like Obama was, to emotionally try to punch our buttons. And I know, as an audience, you know that, and you're aware of that, and you fully get that. What I'm getting at here is that
what's up, everybody?
And have believed that they're not going to get our guns when we've been 1 second to midnight many times.
Let's get ourselves a nice little stream going, shall we?
Curtailed in different areas of the country. And it is the global UN policy to completely disarm individuals under the Unidir Small Arms Treaty that...
First of all, how the hell are you, folks?
We have not ratified. So, this is serious.
So,
and
you see what's up there?
That gets up there and blames gun owners or Christians.
Because I'm not sure if you even know what the hell SSRI is.
Is a bigoted, lying sack of garbage.
I'm having a big issue.
Jimmy Kimmel and the Democrats...
Let me tell you what my issue is. I have a big issue. All right. So my issue is the Valentine's Day mass shooting that just happened in the high school. Okay? The kid that was in question, the people that were talking, were saying that he was a young American kid. A couple of months prior to him doing the mass shooting, 3 months prior, his mom was killed, tragically. A little bit before that, his adopted dad was found dead. His mom died at a very young age, so that was his adopted mom that ended up passing away. So here's a kid that had no guidance, no mentoring whatsoever. And what do the doctors do? They just drug him up, pump him full of medicine. Personally, I can kind of relate with this kid. Not that I'm going to go out and do mass shootings or anything, but I've had the same type of upbringing that he has. And the doctor does the same thing to me, just pumps me right full of drugs. Now, he was on a drug called SSRI, which is a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, okay? SSRI. I am also on SSRIs. So imagine putting yourself in my shoes, okay? You're sitting there having a great day, everything's good, you're listening to the news like you always do, and then they start talking about the mass shooting and what kind of medication he's on. Put yourself in my shoes when you realize you're on the same medication as that mass shooter. Hold on a second. Let Riff take his mass shooting pill. Let me take my mass shooting pill here. Here we go. So there it is. The mass shooting pill. SSRIs. Citalopram. Lexapro. Prozac. All of them are serotonin, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. SSRI. So when I realize that I am on the same fucking pill as that mass shooter, you got to understand that it triggered me a bit. You got to understand that it made me feel a little uneasy. And bet your ass I'm going to be talking to my doctor. You bet your ass about that one. So I look up Lexapro. I look up citalopram. I have them both. I got both. They want me to take both. I am high at risk of having serotonin overdose, which is fatal. It says right on there that it can cause heart palpitations and sudden death by heart palpitations. I could die from taking this fucking medicine suddenly. The Lexapro that I just took has a black box warning label on it, which is the highest warning that the Food and Drug Administration can give you. I should read some of these side effects that I could possibly have. Muscle dysfunction, confusion, dizziness, sleepwalking, heart palpitations, sudden death, dry mouth, muscle, all sorts of stuff. Oh. So pardon me if I'm just a little distraught over that. Do you know what I mean? Do you know Dowie? I know Dowie. Check this out. I know Dowie. Check this out. I downloaded this just for you bastards.
You don't know the way. Do you know the way? You have to have a bulla to know the way.
You have to have a bulla to know the way. So, now these guys are going to use this goddamn shooting here. You see Jimmy Kimmel up there on the internet, on the show, saying, you know, oh, and get ready. The next week or so are going to be crucial. There's always repeats and copycats with people that do this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Don Lemon, you got Jimmy Kimmel, and you got that fucking My Name is Mud, Philip Mudd, or whatever the hell his name is. And they're all goddamn crying. They're all goddamn crying that yet another American life was taken. Stopping in before I played Fortnite. What up, Riffs? Ah, man, I'm just freaking out over here. I can smell the Ebola on you, my brother. You have Ebola. You have to have Ebola in order to know the way. You have to have Ebola to know the way. All right, so let's get into some of this conspiracy crap here surrounding this this shooting. You have to know Ebola. You have to have Ebola to know the way. The Young Turks. You grew a stash, I see, a little bit. I was trying it out. We'll see how it goes. Let's listen to Cenk.
None from the left, none from the mainstream media, none from moderates. There were some prankster.
None from the left. None from the left, he says. Oh, there's been plenty from the left. Whole bunch of gun grabbing from the left. You got fucking, what's his name, Philip Mudd up there crying. You got Jimmy Kimmel crying. There's been a lot from the left. Come on now. What are you talking about, Cenk?
There's in there that do their usual pranks about who the shooter is. Everyone else was right-wing. All the fake news came from the right-wing and pranksters. That's it. So
That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to see here, folks. All the news came from the right-wingers. Them dirty, damn, bastard, keck-praising, son of a bitch and son of a motherfucking assholes. MAGA, make a wearer great. Pepe the Frog wearing, keck-loving son of a bitches. Nothing else to see here, folks. Just right-wingers. That's it.
So why? Because they don't want to say that he's a white nationalist. So among the different fake news they had was,
They don't want to say it. They don't want to say he's a white nationalist. Dude, the kid was 18, 19 years old. And they found Antifa literature. So this guy, Cenk, he's going to tell you, well, you know, they don't want to tell you that he was a white nationalist. Okay, well, white nationalists don't join up with Antifa. Sorry. This shit don't happen like that. Sorry. No, sir.
he is a communist because he was wearing a pro-communist shirt. Turns out, nope, that's a different guy, different picture. It was a 24-year-old.
I'm on citalopram and Lexapro.
They just put it up there because they lie. They lie all the time, and they don't care. Lying for a lot of the right-wing websites is not the bug, it's the feature. It is to do propaganda.
I see Young Turks on your screen. Someone give me a brick. I want to debate him a little bit.
He was pro-Muslim because he's written Allahu Akbar. If you read the post where he wrote...
Okay, this kid is not fucking pro-Muslim. If you've seen any of the stuff that this guy's talking about, he was goddamn Latino. He's fucking Latino. Well, you know, he's white. He's a white guy with some Latino mixture. But I'm saying, I don't think he was trying to be Muslim anytime soon. And typically Muslims don't want to join Antifa. Again, back to the Antifa bullshit.
Allahu Akbar, he was making fun of Muslims. If you kept reading the post, you
Number
would
one
see
hippie was good.
He hated Muslims, he hated blacks, he hated Antifa, and he hated cops. And he was egged on by the...
He said he hated it. I'm sorry, dude. The lies are just crazy. I don't mean to keep pausing him, but he said he hated Antifa. There was a scripture found saying that he had desires to join Antifa and admired the work that they've done.
Republic of Florida was a white nationalist group. By the way, their leader admits that he did go to rallies with them and he was part of the group. He says, well, we didn't direct him. But their leader also had put up a flowchart about how to be a lone wolf.
You hear what that? You see what just happened? He said he was a white nationalist, possibly a Muslim, that had no desire to join Antifa. Then he contradicts himself, saying that the Antifa leader, well, he was part of us, but we didn't direct him or anything.
Now, pause for a second. Imagine that we caught a guy who shot 17 of our kids in a school, and he was Muslim American, and he'd been taught by a Muslim extremist group that he was in to be a lone wolf, and he hated cops and talked about killing them. He hated all these different people and wanted to kill them.
Okay, the Islamic faith has jihad. Jihad is a lone wolf expression. It's your guarantee into heaven. If that's something that you planned on doing, then you would be a lone wolf, regardless of the fact if you were joining any type of group or anything on top of that. I mean, let's say I join the Proud Boys tomorrow, and then I go shoot up a school because I'm on SSRIs. Do you think the Proud Boys are going to sit there and say, you know, he's one of us? No.
Killed him, and then he did kill them. Do you think we would have arrested the guy who taught him how to be a lone wolf? You know that guy would be so deeply in prison and in a world of trouble. Have we arrested the leader of Republic of Florida? Of course not.
It is a bit.
It's a totally different standard. But back to the right wing.
It is a bit. I got everything from everything. I'll give you a tour, okay? The big Trump banner is when I first started my stream. And then this big blue guitar clock right here, that's contribution from my uncle. My uncle hooked me up with that. Then I got my bat balloon from my boy Bat. Ho-ho! Who just so happened to come in, get the bat balloon. Then I got this right here. This is from Relic, Dimebag Daryl. And then I got, this is from my boy Stephen King, all the way from Europe. This is from Delic's Life. I bought a board from him. And then I got a bunch of other things. This American flag right here is one of the oldest American flags. This is from the Vietnam War. This was my girlfriend's father's American flag right here. What else? I mean, there's a bunch of stuff around here. I got my critter spinner. Got my critter spinner. Back when he was selling the critter spinners and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess you could say it's a bit mad in here. Sure.
Medium. Finally, they were onto something. They found a BuzzFeed article that says this. So the quote, why we need to take away white people's guns now more than ever. That is actually the title of
We're going to see that again.
BuzzFeed article that says this. So the quote, why we need to take away white people's guns now more than ever. As you can see, that is actually the title of a fake BuzzFeed wrote. Now, that didn't stop the right wing from spreading it everywhere. Immediately after the mass shooting that left 17 people dead in Broward County, Florida, the Gateway Pundit's White House correspondent tweeted a fake BuzzFeed story that claimed white people needed to have their guns taken away.
Fuck the Young Turks. Where?
Tweet. That's Lucian Wintrich. First of all, it's insanity that they have a White House correspondent. And he writes, look at how racist this post is. First of all, it's totally wrong, probably purposefully so. He says, yes.
NorCal in the building, everybody. NorCal.
For a disproportionate amount of the gun violence in the U.S. Let's take guns away from white people because of a Hispanic shooter in Florida. 100% sound logic right there. Now, the reality is Cruz, by the way, was adopted by Linda
young
Cruz,
turd smugglers.
that last name, and he considers himself.
Listen, man, you already know. And you, of all people, should know, NorCal. You hang out with more liberals than I can fucking count. I enjoy hearing the arguments from the other side. You know, I enjoy it. So I have no problems putting up Young Turks. I'm not biased. I don't try to live in an echo chamber like a lot of people do, where they only click on things that they agree with. You know, YouTube and Google and Facebook, they create these echo chambers that they only feed you the type of information that you agree with. I challenge each and every one of you to click on videos you disagree with.
Now, maybe he made an honest mistake because
they want to disarm America. They've been wanting to disarm America for like 20, 30 years, maybe even longer than that.
He thought it was a real BuzzFeed story, and he got carried away. Well, okay, he deleted the tweet. And if he says afterwards, like, look, my bad, guys, I didn't mean to put that information out there. That's obviously wrong. And I feel deeply embarrassed by it, but obviously we try to do accurate reporting here at Gateway Pundit. But of course, that's not what he said. After Wintrich was called out for spreading fake news, he deleted the tweet, but justified it by saying there were 100,000 comments on Twitter, quote, that reflected the sentiment. Oh, that's awesome. So, there's a lot of idiot right-wingers who agree with my racist sentiments and love fake news. So I put up fake news, then they...
Listen, I'll let you get away with calling me a right-winger, okay? I can live with that one. But to sit there and suggest that I gobble up fake news, I'm offended, sir. I am offended.
They agreed, and then I took their agreement to say, well, that justifies me putting up fake news. They are unreal, man. So look, Gateway Pundit is filled with lies and obviously total propaganda. I guess that the left wing has nothing of the... You could say they're left-wing outlets who are clearly liberal or too liberal, who are biased, etc. But there are no left-wing media outlets, let alone dozens of them, that just keep making up fake news.
Guys, according to Cenk, it's over. The search is over. There are no, count them, 0 left-wing media outlets that just constantly put out fake news. There's none. There's none. Your search is over. Don't worry about it. Cenk has us covered. He just told us the scoop. It's all set. There are no left media coverages. None that peddle fake news. So you don't got to worry about it no more.
There is such a thing as actual fake news. That's what the right wing does all the time. They just print fake stuff. They get everybody all riled up. By the time they deleted the tweet, they're like, oh, did that lie get all the way around the world already and get 100,000 comments? Well, I guess it did, didn't it? Mission accomplished. And this is not the first time. They've done it over and over again in the wake of the Las Vegas.
Are you fucking kidding me? What did these guys do on Twitter all the time? All the time they get on their little Twitter feeds and white people need to give up their guns and, you know, Muslims are safe and sanctuary cities are good and hashtag no borders and what the fuck?
Shooting, which was the largest mass shooting in American history, 58 dead. Well, there it is again. Gateway Pundit used a rumor picked up from 4chan to run a story about how the shooter was a Democrat who, quote, liked Rachel Maddow, MoveOn.org, and associated with the anti-Trump army. When it became clear that the story was completely false, Gateway Pundit deleted it from its website.
Oh! So we're going to run that bitch until you find out about it. Once you figure out that we're full of shit, we'll just pull it and deny the whole thing. Deny, 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 deny. Don't lie, but deny. Remember that.
Later admitted the story was false, but refused to apologize, saying that Gateway Pundit had gotten the information from multiple tips. So, a bunch of right-wing lunatics tipped me off to a story that was completely false. I ran it. Then a bunch of other right-wing lunatics loved the fake news. I deleted it later so we could pretend to be in media and reporters and journalists. And then I don't apologize for it, though. If CNN or Washington Post.
You guys want to see what a right-winger is?
Tiny bit wrong. Really? Oh.
You guys want to actually see what a real alt-right, right-wing Nazi fucking collaborator looks like? Let me show you. Let me show you. Because I am getting tired of this label. Let me tell you that. I'm getting tired of it. Let me show you what a fucking actual alt-right motherfucker looks like.
No blood for Israel. We can all. I came out here to.
This is about our monument.
Dude, Antifa's not taking the monument down. That was a troll. Look, Pam. Look, these are good signs. Look, that's anti-communism.
I don't care. This isn't about anti-communism.
It's a
about the
meme.
fucking monument.
What about the meme?
Get your shit down.
Look, what about the meme? What about the meme? What's the problem here? Look, I just saw this, okay? What's wrong with this sign?
I actually love that sign.
No, it's because of her. She goes, follow me.
Red scum, your days are done with a hammer and sickle on it. I love that. Let's see this one. Look, I can't even find an accurate video on what an alt-right is. How about that? I guess I'm it. I'm the best thing that you got for an alt-right. What the fuck is this guy doing?
Neo-Nazis don't love me. They kind of hate me, actually.
KKK, neo-Nazi.
Those people don't like me.
Are you like the hip?
Meet Richard B. Spencer, the man. You know, I'm afraid I'm gonna fucking agree with everything he says, probably. Oh yeah, I remember that. You know, I can't even look up an accurate fucking alt-right video without some left-sided Antifa cocksucker coming into the screen to punch the fucking alt-right. When I'm trying to make alt-right look bad, I got too much left-wing coming in and fucking everything up. Let me try to find another goddamn alt-right video to make these people look bad. Alright, here we go, god damn it. Jesus.
Woo! It's good to be here. I don't know if you guys know Lucian Wintrich. Lucian was the artist at the Gays for Trump party that we had at the RNC convention. Lucian put together all these pictures of twinks for Trump and these hot young guys with their shirts off and these
What the fuck is going on?
Twinks for Trump, twinks for Trump, twink.
What the fuck?
Relationships, the relationships in which those older men help those young boys to discover who they are and give them security.
I love Milo.
And provide them with love and a reliable sort of a rock where they can't speak to their parents. Some of those relationships are some of the most.
Molestation to me. It sounds
Yeah, well,
like
you know what?
it
You know
sounds
what?
like
I'm
Catholic
afraid-
priest molestation to me.
Neo-Nazis don't love me. They kind of hate me, actually.
Milo Yiannopoulos, some of his
People don't like me.
stuff is a little over the top though.
It's Pepe.
I'm trying. Who's a good alt-right guy? Tell me. Who's incredibly racist?
Kind of a symbol.
I mean, whether you disagree with alt-right fucking politics or not doesn't give you the right to just smack the guy because you disagree with what he's saying. I give up. I give up. I guess I'm it. I'm your alt-right. I'm the closest thing you're gonna get without me trying to fucking look up a video that's getting smashed and smammed by the goddamn left side because Antifa can't keep the goddamn fingers out of shit. You know what I'm saying? Come get 'em, beast. You can have the lead first. Anyways, let's get back to the real problem here, which is these people getting fucking shot. No. I don't know what they're gonna call this. What I was trying to find was
I was in a classroom and all I heard was the gunshots. And then when we went outside and the police cleared us for us to go outside, I see dead bodies on the floor.
Another horrific day, a detestable day. I'm absolutely sick to my stomach to see children who go to school armed with backpacks and pencils lose their lives. This nation, we need to see something and say something. If we see different behavior,
okay. Listen to the language. See something, say something. They're going to use every single possible little factoid, little innuendo. They're going to push emotional buttons. They're going to do everything they can. Just like they do, the Democrats. You already know, don't let a good crisis go to waste. You already know how they operate. So when you got a crisis like this on your hands, it's, ooh, the Democrats start rubbing their hands together like this, like, ooh, how can we get the guns? Ooh. Listen, you need to own guns. Because there are bad people in the world. That's why.
On behavior, we need to report it to local authorities. Since we've last briefed, we've identified 12 victims within this school. We will not be releasing the names of any victims until every family and every parent is notified accordingly.
You feel like it's a normal day at school, like you don't expect this. And like someone like could come in and bring like a gun and shoot up the school. Until like you realize it, like you're just like,
I don't know, dude. Try to put away the bullshit. Put your skepticism glasses on just for a minute. Okay, people? Put your skepticism glasses on just for a second. And just try to think for a second. The black kid that just spoke and this kid that's speaking now. Do they look like two individuals that have just been emotionally through something that they can understand? This kid's smiling, for fuck's sake. I don't know. Seems a little strange.
you like start texting like your family like I love you, because you never know like if you get shot or killed right there and then.
The President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
The fundamental question of our time is whether the West has...
Hold on, let me...
So we start with breaking news, tragic news coming from the United States, where a shooting has taken place at a high school in southern Florida. 17 people are dead following the attack, according to local officials. The Rant page has also left...
Yeah, according to what you're saying, the FBI knew about him since September.
...has emerged online, appearing to show the moment of the school shooting at the high school. We cannot independently verify its authenticity, but before we show it to you, we must warn you that you might find the following video upsetting.
Take a look there.
For more on this, I'm joined live by RT's Samira Khan. Samira, what more do we know about the situation so far?
Well, multiple fatalities have been confirmed in the deadly shooting that took place today at Stoneman Douglas High, a high school about 50 kilometers north of Miami, Florida. Now, according to the Broward County Sheriff...
I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck how much journalism you do. You have something that severe happen, and you gotta look down at your fucking sheet to know what the fucking name of the school is. I could recite it to you fucking backwards. I'm sorry. What the fuck? Am I the only one that notices that? She gotta look down to read the school. 17 fucking people died in the school and she can't even remember the name of it? What the fuck?
17 people lost their lives and up to 15 were injured. Let's take a look at the sheriff's description of the situation.
We have 17 confirmed victims. 12 victims were within the building. Two victims are outside, just outside the building. One victim is on the street at the corner of Pine Island. And 2 folks, people...
Okay. Hold on. I gotta back that up. That doesn't make sense to me. Hold on. He said 2 victims were found outside? Whoa. Listen to this again. 1 second.
Confirmed victims. 12 victims were within the building.
Okay, 12 victims were within the building.
Two victims are outside, just outside the building. One victim is on the street at the corner of Pine Island.
So, did he walk outside at some point? Was he shooting out the window?
And 2 folks, people lost their lives at the hospital. It's a mystery. I don't know if there are any teachers, but there will be one.
It's a mystery. It's always a fucking mystery. You know, am I the only one that's getting goddamn pissed off at paying these supposed alphabet groups and Central Intelligence Agencies and Federal Bureau of Investigations where they don't intelligently investigate anything?
No, there's certainly students and certainly adults.
Authorities have also said that the suspected shooter, apparently a former student, has been detained and is now in police custody. But the scene is still active and SWAT teams are clearing the school at the moment. But the sheriff's office has identified the shooter.
Sandy Hook all over again.
Who is a 19-year-old former student who reportedly used an AR-15 rifle and had multiple magazines on him. Florida Governor Rick...
Now, can I do something real quick with you, bros? I don't mean to get all Illuminati on you. Let's see if this makes sense to you guys, okay? Not sure if this will come in. Okay, so right here is when that shooting happened, okay, on the 14th. That's Ash Wednesday, okay, Catholic Day, Ash Wednesday. Also happens to be St. Valentine's Day. The Valentine's Day Massacre. This is another one that we've had. 3 days prior to that day, you're going to find Lincoln's birthday. You count 1, 2, 3. Ash Wednesday is when the school shooting happened. From the day you count from the shooting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you get President's Day. Okay? From the shooting, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Washington's birthday. 3, 6, and 9. This is how they always operate, people. They operate in threes. The 3s, the 6s, the 9s, and the 1s. They love them. It's draped in symbolism as usual. And the shooting happened on Ash Wednesday. I don't know if I'm stretching a bit there, but I just happened to notice that.
Scott said he had been in touch with local officials.
Lazy Fish, what's going on, bro?
And President Donald Trump has offered his prayers and condolences via Twitter. But according to the school's Twitter, students have been reunited with their families who described the situation as chaotic and frantic. And
one more thing to add to what I just said. The day that the school shooting happened was also on the eve of a new moon. Just so you guys know about that. It was on the eve of a new moon. Which, if you follow any type of occultism, you know that that's significant.
we don't know the exact details regarding the suspect, but we'll get you all of the info on that as soon as we have it.
Right, our TC
Dude, what up, bro?
In the United States,
How you doing, man?
Across the situation for us. Thanks for being with us. Now, police have detained the suspect.
Hey, what up?
And identified him as Nicholas Cruz, as you just heard Samira mention. He's a 19-year-old former student of the school.
Lady Riffs in the building!
Disciplinary reasons. This is the latest video that we have of the suspect, Nicholas Cruz. He's wearing a hospital gown now, and he is being taken out of a police car by the officers and then taken into the police station, presumably for a question.
This also bothers me just a little bit. What up? No hi baby back? I thought I did. I said Lady Riffs is in the building. But this also kind of bothers me. I mean, I could put up video. Hold on, let me see. You can see it. I could put up video after video after video after video of police literally stomping on fucking people. Literally fucking choking them out to death, shooting them with fucking rubber bullets and everything. Basically, I could put up some police brutality videos, is what I'm trying to say, okay? And this kid shoots 17 kids, and they're escorting him like, I don't fucking know, dude. I'd be fucking kicking this motherfucker across the sidewalk and shit, you know?
As it was unfolding, harrowing situation. Take a look.
My poor old AR-15 getting all this hate and it's never hurt anyone. That's fucking hilarious.
All right, to discuss this further, let's now cross live to Steve Malsberg, who is a conservative TV and radio host. Steve, thanks for being with us here on RT International. We've seen incidents unfold many times now in the United States. Unfortunately, this is the 18th school shooting incident. Not all have injuries, but
it's the 8th in the last couple of years, too, man. I mean,
what might trigger a student to target his classmates?
And the reason, you want to know why I'm making such a big deal about this one? Because I didn't make a big deal about the Ariana Grande bombing. You know what I'm saying? I've allowed myself to become conditioned, and I do not want that to happen. When they keep pumping these bombings and keep pumping these shootings out there, eventually we're going to get used to it. We can't let that happen. We can't just go back to our video games all the time. We can't just, you know, sometimes we got to give a shit every once in a while is all I'm trying to say. Not that I'm out there saving the fucking world. I'm a nobody. I'm virtue signaling just the same as anybody else on Twitter. But the thing is like, you know, sometimes you just got to give a shit, you know. Prayers and and hopes. Sometimes that doesn't mean shit. Prayers and hopes don't mean shit sometimes.
And was this a cry for help, or
Saber was good?
Something else, something bigger.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me.
Get to the David Icke is a reptilian. Fuck, he might be, dude. What? Kind of looks like a fucking reptilian too.
Said similar earlier on. By the way, I take issue. I mean, I don't want to. I know that they classify school shootings, even if it takes place in a parking lot or across the street. And
I'm stupid too, bro. I mean,
school shootings.
We all go to the same place for knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We all go to the same place for knowledge. I'm only as smart as anybody else that knows how to research things on the internet.
According to what I've been reading, I've seen a quote from his math teacher from when he was a student last year, and the math teacher said he wasn't allowed in the school with a backpack. That's how much they suspected he'd be up to no good one day. I've heard from other classmates that people knew he liked to talk about guns, and he had guns at home, and he showed them. They had talked about bombs, and people felt, apparently, at least they're saying it now, that it was only a matter of time, and people stayed away from this guy. So this doesn't come as a complete surprise that to those on the ground in the area at the school that this kid, if he did it, would be up to no good.
Celtic Saga was good.
Teacher and the fact that he seemed to be obsessed with weapons and knives and what have you. How could this attacker have obtained weapons? He may not have even been old enough to buy the weapons legally.
He was 19, I thought. You can buy a gun at 19, can't you?
We don't know yet what he had, and you know, if he stole them, if he bought them. It's
False flag. See,
he is 19.
And I'm kind of waiting for a lot of those juicy facts to come out. It's one thing to just say false flag, but it's another one. It's a whole nother thing when you actually get the videos and the images and some of the facts and some of the hospital records, and you know, when some of that stuff starts pouring in, and then we can actually piece together, you know, who was involved, what happened, who was injured, then we can really start thinking about false flag and whatnot. But for right now, I don't want to start saying false flag. I just kind of want to focus on, you know, what happened, the reality, the folks that are involved. You know, my heart goes out to them, obviously. But yeah, dude. Hope never have to use, but I will if forced to. Absolutely. Homeless veterans I met. David Icke, a loony. He claimed to be Jesus once. Is he really? I don't know too much about David Icke. I float around the internet. I don't really I don't buckle down to one news source. I kind of go here and there and here and there.
Or where he obtained them. You know, that aside, what I would like to, if you don't mind, I would just like to say that one thing that these shootings have in common in the United States, and there have been school shootings elsewhere. There's been a couple in Germany.
Dude, did I intrigue you with that? I was sitting there just looking at the fucking calendar, thinking about the shooting. This was like yesterday. And I'm like, you know, that shooting happened on Ash Wednesday. Oh, wow. You know, that's even weirder. Happened just before a new moon. Holy shit, 3 days ago was Lincoln's birthday? 6 days from now is President's Day? 9 days from now is Washington's birthday? And it happened on the eve of a new moon? Well, that's just strange. That is just strange. Wouldn't you agree? Let's take a walk on the wild side.
Same thing we do every night. Simply trying to take over the world.
Nikola Tesla once said, if you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you will have a key to the universe. In vortex math, everything adds to 9, 3, and 6. Polarize everything, and 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5 describe the physical world. Therefore, 3, 6, and 9 are not physical, but govern
metaphysical
the physical world at the quantum.
He's trying to sound fucking creepy. He said metaphysical. He slurred a little bit there. We back that up.
Are not physical, but govern the physical world at the quantum level. This is most easily understood by examining sound, where different sounds exist at different frequencies or vibrations, and the understanding that all things living are vibrational. Vibrational frequency is the key to understanding the universe. Third-dimensional thinkers love to live in their fear-based realities. They like to involve themselves on the lower levels through world conflicts. Fear television, television.
Me too, dude.
And
you and me, we've always had that kind of weird connection.
Designed to have you scared and ready to take up arms, waiting and thinking of nothing but the worst possible outcomes. They will continue to create those realities. One thing we need to understand is everything is energy. Everything we can see, hear, touch, taste, and smell is made of different wavelengths, vibrating at different frequencies. Our brain is like a translator that has the ability to interpret these frequencies into what we perceive to be our physical reality. So we interpret an energy cluster as a chair or a tree or another person. We perceive them as physical inside, break them down to their smallest particles.
That's awesome, Saber. That was funny.
They are non-physical energies as well, of course. Our thoughts, for example, are just different vibrations. Every time you think a thought, you send out that thought's specific vibration. If a thought makes you feel good, if it's a positive thought, it is vibrating at a higher frequency. If a thought makes you feel bad, if it's a negative thought, it's vibrating at a lower frequency. So I hate you has a much lower frequency than I love you, for example. The more focus you give to a thought, the more thoughts of the same vibration will join it. This is the law of attraction in action. Like attracts like. As the vibration grows, it becomes stronger and more stable, more able to attract other equal frequencies. The more attention you pay to a subject, the easier it becomes to think about it, and the more evidence you see in your world supporting your thoughts about it. If you think the
Johnny
world is
P
a
was
terrible
good.
place and spend a lot of time watching negative news, looking for horrible and sad stories in the paper, and spending hours talking to others about how the world is going downhill, more stories supporting this worldview will literally find you. Whenever you meet someone who thinks the world is a wonderful place, they're probably going to annoy you. The energy of their thoughts is completely foreign to you. Negative people create negative realities. Positive people create positive realities. So the question is, what frequency are you vibrating on?
That's dope. That's dope. Man, we've talked about some fucking awesome shit today. I tell you, they try to take my goddamn guns, we're gonna have some serious issues. I don't even own guns, but I'll fight for your fucking right to own guns. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's like freedom of speech. I might not agree with what you say, but I'll defend your right to say it. I don't own guns, but I will defend your right to own a gun. Absolutely. You fucking ain't right, I will. I'll stand right there, elbow to elbow with you. When shit hits the fan, you goddamn know I'll be out there. But at the same time, it's like, where? Where do we inject our energy? Where do we put our frequencies? Where would it matter the most? Where can we put our frequencies that would cause the biggest vibration? Yeah. So I guess that's where I'm at. I guess that's where a lot of us should be at. You know, as far as the school shooting goes, my heart goes out to them. Big time. Each and every one of those families. Each and every one of those kids that had to go through something traumatic like that, whether it's a false flag or not, whether it's a drill or not, is still tragic and still very serious. It's a better term than displaying the math vortex. Fuck yeah, tanks and rocket launchers for everyone. Then when the FEMA camps coming, you psychos have been... Oh yeah, we've all been targeted, if that's what you're going to say. Saying it for the last 5 years. You psychos have been saying it for the last 5 years. Well, I guess I'm legally a psycho because that's why my shit says right here that Riffs takes SSRIs, and I'm on the same medication that the school shooter was on. And that kind of triggered me a bit. That kind of got my goose a little bit, if you will. And, yeah, I don't know what to think about that. I definitely want to consult my doctor. The type of medication I take is a black box label. It's the highest warning that the Food and Drug Administration can give you. I can have heart palpitations. My heart can stop suddenly. Sleepwalking, all kinds of crazy shit that can happen on that stuff. So, I mean, I definitely want to figure that out. You know, but as far as, you know, him not being, you know, alone and there being a second shooter and all this other crazy shit, I'm just going to leave all that alone for right now. Until we get more facts on that. Just because, you know, it's kind of like a too soon situation, you know, where we're still kind of mourning over what happened. Most shooters are on SSRIs, from what I've noticed. Yeah, you feel me? Hey, mate, Sydney, Australia here. What's up, Darren James? How you doing, brother? So I was thinking about switching it over to some guitar, if that's all right with you, bros. We're coming up on an hour in the segment, and I was going to flip it over to some guitar, if you guys don't mind. But yeah, man, I think we pretty much made some good headway on it. We talked some stuff about it. I definitely wanted to talk about how I was on the same medication and that kind of bothered me. Wanted to talk a little bit about Chink, you know, kind of saying, and Jimmy Kimmel saying, and Philip Mudd or whatever, Peter Mudd or whatever the hell his name is, saying all that shit. And then you got, you know, all these other people in their Twitters and their social medias and BuzzFeed and everybody else coming out. You know, the next week or two is going to be just a bunch of bombardment on your social media, on your YouTube page of, you know, why guns are inherently bad and, you know, how white people are inherently bad. And, you know, so just get ready for all that. If you have friends or anybody, and if you have liberal friends that watch that kind of shit, then just get ready for the arguments, you know, get ready for the debates, because they're coming your way, trust me. Jam out with your clam out. I think they should at least make assault rifles illegal. Well, Marcus, I'm pretty sure if you look at the statistics, a lot of the mass shootings have been done with pistols, you know. The last few have been done with assault rifles, but I mean, if you go through the long timeline of all the mass shootings that have ever been done, you know, some of the president assassinations, for example, was done with a pistol. You know what I mean? So, your TV is on fire. I know, dude. It feels good. It's nice. It feels nice. It's absurd owning a tank. Nah, hell no. It's not absurd owning a tank. It's not absurd owning anything powerful. Powerful weapons and tools are just that, powerful weapons and tools. They need to be used and operated by us. So the conviction of us, the societal, however we feel, whatever we're going to do with those tools is however those tools are going to react to society. That's just how I feel. What constitutes assault weapon? Is it a military grade? Yeah, and then, you know, that's again, dude, you're getting into common sense gun safety, and that's a whole nother stupid fucking topic. I'm English, and I'm fine without a gun. Should be outlawed. Okay, you're English and you're fine without a gun. Statistically, you have the most rapings, the most beatings, and the most stabbings in your country than our country, for example. How do you get that on your TV, mate? I just looked it up. It's called 10 Hours, Ceramic Fire Dish. Video and audio. I'm Canadian, so I don't get the gun crazy mentality. That's a bunch of bullshit, too, because there was a guy from Canada that traveled down here to America to kill a bunch of sex offenders. Just went psycho and started looking up sex offenders online, got himself a list, came down from Canada, and started shooting people. NWO is coming, ha ha ha, tinfoil hat time. Alright. Oh, I got my tinfoil hat right here, bros. I'm ready. Ready for action, bros. Ready for action. Got the tinfoil hat, and I'm ready. No matter, they can't read these thoughts, not through the tinfoil. Nope, we're good. No matter what kind of satellite dish they have, laser, trajectory coordination. Can't get through this high-tech industrial aluminum alloyed foil. Shit, more people are murdered every year by distracted drivers than all school shootings combined. That's very true. Ain't the English, though. It's the others that reside here. No, I get you, little white, Lily White. High five? Can I get a high five? Can I get a high five, Lily White? Because you just basically said the common sense answer. It's not the English, it's the other people that reside here. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, because the Muslim and migrant crisis has gotten so bad over there in Europe that there's literally military and police no-go zones. There's no fucking police in certain areas. Complete anarchy in some places. And now you got young Sweden kids carrying around rifles in the streets. Young Swedes, because they're getting sick of their police stations being bombed on a daily basis. So they're out there protecting their own police station. It's getting fucking crazy over there. Killing sex offenders is a bit different than kids. Nah, I get you, but still, it's kind of... I mean, dude, you can get on the sex offender list for taking a piss outside. Doesn't mean you went around touching kids. 76-year-old Lily, it's my birth year. Oh, yeah, no shit. More people killed by cancer. Let's legalize nuclear weapons. Dude, more Americans use prescriptions directed by guns. 100K company compared to 3K. No guns allowed here in Australia. Is that fucking right? That doesn't make any sense to me. Wasn't Australia founded by a bunch of criminals? 369 thought attracting theory shouldn't count. Shouldn't this count for? 369 thought. Oh, I got you. Wouldn't this count for? Yeah, I totally agree. Our police cut 40%. Yeah, you see, and then that's what the hell is going on. And the police are cut down. They're taking, because you know what? They're taking their guns away too. You know what I'm saying? So they can't even properly. And you know what? These mosques, they're full of fucking guns. You know, I could put up Tommy Robinson. You know, I don't know, Lily White. If you don't know who Tommy Robinson is, you need to know who Tommy Robinson is. Because he's out there on your streets fighting every fucking day. Why America carry guns killing your children? Why? Because a lot of them are given to them by the fucking government officials, CIA, alphabet groups, whatever you want to call them. I mean, put it this way, right? Chicago has one of the strictest gun laws in America, but also have the most guns. Who do you think's supplying them with the guns? I mean, you'd have to... Who do you think could be supplying all them gang members with guns in Chicago with the strictest gun laws in America? The more you make gun laws, all it's going to do is make it harder for legal, law-abiding citizens to get their hands on guns to defend themselves. It's not like Nikki and Vinny. Hey, Nikki, did you hear that the gun law changed? We're going to have to turn in all our guns. We're not going to be able to rob that bank next week. Oh, Vinny, that sucks. Oh, man, I was really looking forward to robbing that bank. I guess we got to turn our guns in. That's never going to fucking happen. Don't worry about being shot at Walmart. Tommy sounds like a police officer. Am I right? No, he's not a police officer. No. Hey, I'll put Tommy on for you guys. Tommy Robinson is a bad motherfucker, dude. Check this out. Tommy Robinson is a bad motherfucker.
Listen. I will come to you wherever you are. No, you won't. No, you won't. Listen. Okay. So your prophet, on the same night that he killed her husband and her brother, he then married her that night. Yes. So you think she willingly married him? Yes. You think she willingly? Yes. So a lady, yes, whose husband was murdered, her brother was murdered, they were beheaded. Yes. Why were they beheaded? Look at this guy, he's making a wrong story. The poor guy. So why? They were beheaded. They were waging war against the prophet. You think your prophet, so you don't think your prophet raped her that night? You don't think your prophet raped her that night? Raped. I said raped. Where'd you get that from? He married her that night. Show me any Tuesday that said he got raped. He married her that night. Show me. He had her that night. Can you show me? He had her that night. When you get married, you have... He thinks a lady... He thinks you're married, but when you're married, you have intercourse. Because he murdered her husband. Her husband... Why? Because they surrendered. They surrendered. They surrendered. They were murdered.
The Battle of Khaybar, yeah?
Yeah,
They're in the castle, they're attacking the Prophet, and they want to...
They took all the men.
One second,
Ali, just talk.
1 second. When you go to war, you throw roses like, here you go, guys.
Oh, right, okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
When you go and see these ISIS...
Just for the record.
When you go and see these ISIS scumbags, who in my name... Should I tell you something? ISIS is the biggest thing...
Well, look at, like I said, look at Europe, where some of the guns have been taken away. I mean, bad men will always find bad people. Chicago doesn't have the strictest gun laws. You're very uninformed and regurgitate false information you read. Okay, well, then which state has the strictest gun laws? And I said it's one. It's one of. I didn't say it is the top. I said it's one of the strictest. If guns become illegal, revolutionary war will happen. Yes, yes. You will never... It was the first American Revolutionary War they tried to take the guns. Actually, no, Tommy, he's from Luton, the same town as me. I love Tommy Robinson. He's a fucking badass. Glad laws are different here. Oh, no doubt. It's the cult called slam that's the issue. If there weren't any guns, people would turn into blow darts. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bad people will always find bad things to do, you know, their weapons, whatever it is, bombs. Most of the biggest killings weren't done with guns; they were done with bombs. You know, if a lot of the Muslim killings are people driving their motor vehicles into groups of people, are we going to ban motor vehicles? No, of course not. It's like arguing with flat earthers, pointless. California continuously imposes stricter gun laws. New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts. Oh, okay, all right. Well, my bad, original user. I just know that it's fucking one of the strictest. They have some of the highest gun violence in America. And what's the subject here today? I don't know, Red Run. We're kind of bouncing around. Right now we're talking about guns at the moment. And I wanted to introduce people to who Tommy Robinson is.
If you don't behave,
listen,
I will come to you wherever you are.
No, you won't. Listen,
No, you won't.
Listen, okay? So your prophet, on the same night that he killed her husband and her brother, he then married her that night. Yes. So you think she willingly
This is
married
that
him?
all mass shootings happen in gun-free zones.
Yes.
Most of the time, yeah.
Whose husband
That's another
was
thing
murdered,
about it.
Her brother was murdered.
Yeah.
They were beheaded.
Why were they beheaded? Look at this guy, he's making
Why were they Okay, so they were beheaded.
They were waging war against the prophet.
You think your prophet, so you don't think your prophet raped her that night? You don't think your prophet raped her that night?
Tommy Robinson! Tommy's the man, dude. That's all I can say.
He married her that night.
Show me.
He had her that night.
Can you show me?
He had her that night.
When you get married, you have...
He thinks a lady...
He thinks you're married, but when you're married, you have intercourse.
Because he murdered her husband. Her husband...
Why?
Because they surrendered.
They surrendered.
They surrendered. They were murdered.
The Battle of Khaybar, yeah?
Yeah,
they're in the castle, they're attacking the prophet, and they want to...
They took all the men.
Rebel media is pretty cool. I like it.
1 second. When you go to war, you throw roses like, here you go, guys.
Oh, right, okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
When you go and see these ISIS...
Just for the record.
When you go and see these ISIS scumbags, who in my name... Should I tell you something? ISIS is the biggest thing to me. You know why?
We're talking about
Sophia. I'm coming, Sophia.
We're talking about...
I actually respect what he just said. This ISIS scumbag, because he separates himself from ISIS, and a lot of people do. ISIS is kind of like a rogue fucking thing. Most real Muslims will separate themselves from groups like ISIS. One of the first things that these ladies do is when they get freedom from ISIS, when they get freedom from these countries, is they remove their burqas and fucking throw them on the goddamn ground, because it's a symbol of oppression. And then the left idolizes these burqas and then puts American flags and hijabs around their fucking faces. And it's a symbol of oppression, but women wear it as a symbol of power. Fucking cuckoo.
Sophia. You know why? Because ISIS, they look like us, they talk like us, they walk like us.
They act like you. They act like you.
Okay, there you go.
Jihadi Ali.
Okay, thank you. You know what? You remember something. You remember jihadi.
Is that why they came to the Olympics? Because how powerful they were?
You remember jihadi. Can you show me?
Are you following jihad? Do you follow jihad?
What does jihad mean?
Oh, what's it mean to you?
What does it mean? No. What does it mean to you? Jihad means...
You got freedom of speech in here, as much as I can provide, anyways. As much freedom of speech as I can provide, that is.
Struggle! Maybe the struggle! Of course it does! Of course it does! Of course course it does. Maybe you need to go. Maybe you need to go tell the 2,000 British Muslims that went to join ISIS. Then. Maybe you need to preach to them. What are you actually, Ali? What are you doing even preaching it to me? There's 2,000 Muslims in this country who went and fought for ISIS. They're walking around. They're in our country now.
I'm telling you. I will come with you to their doorstep.
Why haven't you? Why haven't you then?
Because how can I find
Is there any online footage? Is there any online footage of you challenging radical jihadists? Is there any?
See, and I like that. I like what Tommy's saying because he's getting in the face, but at the same time, I don't really think that, you can't throw all of your problems on one Muslim. You know what I mean? Well, how come you're not doing your part? You know what I mean? You can't do that. It's just my opinion. No, if AR was an assault rifle, wouldn't the military use it in combat? That's probably true. But Tommy, I gotta disagree a bit there. Hashtag not all Muslims. They need a group. They need a group. They need a voice. Whenever crazy shit like that happens, whenever Somalians or Lebanese or whoever starts attacking people, then you got these guys who claim that they're not part of that. That's not what they preach, okay? They need a bigger voice, especially here in America. Because as an Americans, especially most of us, I think we're all a little bit naive. I know I am. For sure, I'm a bit naive with how the Muslims and things and the Hindus and, the whole fucking paradigm works. I'm not really understanding it. But when they want to separate themselves from ISIS, I think personally they need a bigger voice here in America. What I'm trying to say? Relic, what's up? I guess what I'm trying to say is it's time for the Muslim Cosby Show. Remember back in the 80s and 90s when Bill Cosby had a show and it depicted some, good family, and then that kind of like turned the tables for everybody, like characteristics on how they thought about the black family in America? I think it's time for a Muslim Cosby Show. Samantha, what's up? We need a Muslim Cosby Show. I want to see a Muslim goddamn hexable. Hey, buddy, stay on your side of the apartment, okay? Yo, I want to talk to you. You stay on your side of the apartment. I'm just saying, I think it's time.
Is there any online footage? No. So how come it's
No.
So you've never challenged the radical jihadists?
Because I can't find
them. So what are you doing? You can't find them. You can't find them. Get in the car. But Ali, let's go. Come with me.
The Mohammeds.
You said to go challenge a jihadi, so what we're going to do straight after this, we're going to go Luton.
Yeah, we're going to go Luton.
You're going to knock on their door.
Lazy's in here? Lazy's in the building. What's good, Lazy?
Yes, I will.
We're not going to stay for Islam's house.
Yes, I will.
Of course you will.
If you're a man, we'll go together.
I hope not, bro.
No footage of you challenging one Muslim. I've been in court. Just come out of court. So far he's shouted. He is brain dead.
Came and defended their soul. Yeah? So don't come to me with this nonsense.
Your prophet murdered her husband and her brother, and you think she willingly married him that night. You think that? You really look at me.
Do you have any evidence that he didn't?
Evidence he didn't. He married her.
Evidence that he didn't. Stop.
Do you think any woman after her husband's murdered in front of her will marry a man that night?
Are you expert in my religion?
You know what I think is hilarious? Okay. The Quran is basically... Hold on, I want to read what this guy has to say. The ATF outlawed the sale of black tip ammo. No civilian can purchase armor penetration. Oh, is that right? Okay. So he says evidence. He wants evidence. I just think that that's really funny how he wants evidence when the Quran is basically a book of poetry. It's basically my poetry is better than your poetry, so my poetry must be from Allah. You know what I mean? And also the Quran is not really set up like a book that you can read from front to back. It's very, very confusing and convoluted where you have to like read certain parts here, certain parts there, flip back here, flip back over there. And when he says evidence, I just find that so hilarious when he's talking about, that type of evidence. Because, isn't religion just a bunch of stories? Isn't it like, none of it's actually real, right? Because if it is, do you think God would allow some of the things to happen? Even his God, Allah, whatever you want to call it. Allah the Christian God, the Buddhist God, the Muslim God, whoever the fuck. You really think he would allow all this crap on the earth if there was supposed to be something out there? I like to think that there's a big electron out there, kind of like George Carlin says. You know, be a sun worshiper. Pray to Joe Pesci. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up, please. No problem. I got you.
Are you? Yes, I am. Oh, you are? Yes, it's not Rolex, but I know better than
you are.
you. Yeah, of course you do. What do you know about my religion?
No, listen to me.
You look like Sons of Anarchy with Down syndrome.
Do you think, after murdering a man,
yes,
you think...
Yes.
Buddhists don't have a God.
Yes.
There you go.
And Mark is not going to save you.
So he beheaded her husband. Hold on. Let me clarify that. He beheaded her husband.
Why?
He beheaded... No, listen.
Why? Give context.
Does it matter why?
How you know God ain't evil?
He beheaded her husband.
Why? One second. If someone
I can't believe in a creator no matter which religion. I get that.
Muhammad, he admits, beheaded
MAGA.
her husband and her brother. And she willingly slept with him that night.
For example,
Harrington, he's fine. Leave him alone. If he wants to.
America.
Ali, can I ask one more question?
1 million people.
Yeah, terrible. Yeah, terrible.
Okay, you even said to me on the phone.
No, condemn it. Tony Blair, war criminal, arrested. Right, listen.
What do you call God?
The reason he ran over those people is because he saw.
Well, I actually have something. I might be able to share it with you guys. Let me see. Well, I had a little rap. I thought it was awesome that I did about religion. Here it is. Okay, so this was a rap that I did about religion a long time ago. I gotta turn this light on. It's a bit dark in here. Okay, so here we go. All right. I'm concerned about CERN and its effects on the Earth. If you think you know about this rabbit hole, bro, trust me, it gets worse. There's a land in Switzerland. It's home of the LHC, the Large Hadron Particle Collider. It collides particles intricately. A 17-mile wide circle they claim that holds the power, ramping up particles at 247,000 miles per hour. Last time it collided, I read in the news article, scientists claim that they discovered the God particle, a substance which they believe that binds all matter. If scientists can't contain this, it could spell certain disaster. Now let's take a second and get into this information because the information is heavy. Let's go over it and start to dissect it. You'll realize that politics, media, news, it's all connected. Now let's get into some more bone-chilling topics that don't exist. Flip around the CERN logo upside down for a 666. Here's something else that they don't want you to know in the upper echelon. The Hadron Collider was built over the Temple of Apollyon, and if that's not perplexing and sends your mind into construction, the logo that supports this horror is Shiva, the god of destruction. Now with that said, it doesn't matter what you believe in, religion or a savior. The fact that science is where it's at proves that there is a creator. Everything in the news article is just a distraction to deter you away from this global attraction. With double the power when it collided back in August, scientists say they don't know what to expect. Hey, at least they're honest. So let's conclude this incredible lesson and understand that my message is tested. They're trying to take God's essence and turn it into a weapon. There we go. Der Jordan is verboten. Verboten.
That's happening, yeah?
Yes.
You said no, it's not to do with
No,
me.
wait, listen. Did you read the reasons why he said? No,
Is it?
I'm not saying
Darren Osborne gave a statement as to why he done it, and what he actually said is because there's all these young girls being raped across the country,
which we condemn.
Okay. Oh, well done.
Islam condemns.
Well done. You won't condemn.
That's a fucking great question.
So he said
anyone who grooms their girls is scumbag.
The reasons he gave. Yeah. The reasons he gave. Yeah. He didn't. He gave the reasons as the attacks. He gave the reasons as Al-Quds Day March, which you support. Which
you've been thinking that's terrorism.
You support Al-Quds Day March.
Which you claim that is terrorism.
Do you support Al-Quds Day March?
I support Palestine. If it's a Palestine march, I support it.
Oh, so it doesn't matter if the people behind it are calling for complete destruction.
Zyklon B for all the kikes.
Okay. What about Ayatollah Khamenei? What about Ayatollah?
Well,
that would mean intelligence was first before everything. Well, yeah, I mean, because if you believe in what we just talked about earlier today with Tesla and the powers of the laws of three, that frequency and vibration is just clusters of energy. So energy has thought, free form, and intelligence because energy was here before anything else, right? So if we're all just a bunch of collection of energy, molecules, and other things, when you really get down to the brass tacks of things, that can all be basically taken apart with certain frequencies and vibrations, then to me, you know, something had to put all that together. Don't you agree? Something had to do it. And if there is no creator, because I'm willing to entertain this idea with you, I am. But if there is no creator, then why are they spending so much motherfucking money to find out if there is a creator or not? Looking for the God particle and antimatter and how things work and all that. Why would they even be wasting their time if they already know? If we already, as a society, as a whole, as a human race, know that there is nothing beyond this?
When have I said? So don't talk to me about what they said. Talk to me about what I said. But you support them. No, I don't support Britain First. You do. No,
I do know what Zyklon B is, but you can think whatever you want. That's all good.
No, I didn't. Why would I say make some prayers when I don't believe in fairies in the sky? Listen to me.
Why do you even need a creator?
Let me ask you one thing. Innocent people.
It's because you were created that you can even ask that question. Don't you see the irony in that?
Islamic scholars. Top Islamic scholars define innocent. Okay, it'll take me 5 minutes. Well, I will. Let's finish this.
Time doesn't need a
Top
beginning.
Islamic scholars, I'll edit in this video. Top Islamic scholars, listen, they define innocent. Define innocent can simply mean being non-Muslim.
I dare you to show me that.
I will. That's gonna. You'll get the references on this video. Lucy, you got that, yeah?
Even though a gun shot our hero, Dimebag Darrell, I wish a gun would have shot the man down before he shot Dimebag Darrell. So I gotta disagree with you, Relic. From my heart, I love you, buddy, but I wholeheartedly disagree with you. I think guns in the hands of law-abiding, freedom-loving citizens is the answer, is the key. Look at Greenland, look at Iceland, some of the lowest crime on Earth, and all the guns are in the citizens' hands.
Lucy, you got that? I want to add this in. Use your phone. I'm live streaming on my phone. Yeah. Use my phone.
No, it would be a fucked up world without guns, because the gangs would literally take over. Corruption would literally take over.
Ali, listen to me.
The fact that the Second Amendment and guns even exist, it's not to hunt with. It's not so any fucking dickhead can walk around with a gun. It's to protect ourselves from tyrannical governments and corrupt police officials. That's what the fuck we have the Second Amendment for. And there's a reason why it's number 2 on the list. It's not like some random thing. They knew, the powers that be, when they signed the documents back in the day to create the government, they even knew that they themselves had the nature to abuse the powers. That's why they created things like freedom of speech, the right to assemble, the right to bear arms, things like that, in order for the citizens to protect themselves against tyrannical governments, which is what we fled from in the fucking first place.
Listen to me.
I believe in Islam, yes.
Listen to me. Yes. Right, you've said...
Yes.
Do you believe, so you believe, just to clarify, just 2 quick words, you believe that after Muhammad beheaded a husband and... No, listen to me. Yes. After Muhammad beheaded a husband and brother, she willingly married him that night. You believe that? Do you also believe that Muhammad flew up to heaven?
The government ability to protect its own protect the church shooting and Stephen Wilfer was chasing a predator, i.e. good guy with a gun stopped a bad guy with a gun. The right to arm bears. Oh, I love it! The right to arm bears. I actually have that shirt. I sell shirts. I actually have that shirt. The right to arm bears. Let me know if you want it. $20. I'm all for the Second Amendment. That's what's up. The next president will be transgender.
No, he raped her, bro. He raped her. He beheaded her husband and he raped her. The Prophet was a rapist, bro. He's there in black. He's just admitted it.
Second question.
I go sleeveless next. Obama can't take these guns. Yeah.
Yes.
Bruce Jenner for president.
To heaven on a winged horse.
Can I not have a belief?
Are you want me to take you serious? Oh my God! Who thinks that? Was Trump
America won't survive long enough to have another president. Nice. That's a big ass claim. It's over. No, I got you. What's up? How you doing? I'll take one.
You believe that?
He called me Bruce.
You believe in unicorns? You believe in unicorns?
One second. Look.
You believe in unicorns? Just clarify. Ali Dawah, tell me. You believe in
I believe the prophet flew to heaven.
On an
animal. We don't know what animal it is.
On an animal.
I say, do you believe this is mocking the Jews? Anyway,
what are you talking about? You support Al Quds. What do you mean about mocking the Jews?
Did you write this book or not?
Yeah, you support.
Did you write this book or not?
Yes, repeat it. Yes.
You wrote it. If you wrote it, my socks.
All of these.
Prove to me
all of what's in the book is reference. All of what's in the book
by
is
who you?
No,
by
reference.
who you?
Okay, it's not my opinion. I'll tell you what's happened. Muslims across the world are killing non-Muslims.
Mad Muslims believing in unicorns.
Make sense of that. Okay, really, we should be letting Muslims should be making sense of it. But we ask the question. Why are Muslims killing for Islam? Why are they? Why are they? We try to make as best sense of that as we can. So we get the scripture and the evidence, we put it together to understand, are they being instructed to kill? That's what we do.
Okay, can you show me where it says we're instructed to kill?
Innocence. Bring in innocence again. Bring in innocence.
I'm saying I'm a Muslim. Show me where it says go kill innocent people. And I'm going to
innocence.
I'm going to say, Tommy, you're...
It actually does say that in the Quran. It says, terrorize the non-believers, the infidels. Actually says that, literally. So, I don't know. It does say that. Tommy Robinson should have a book. Literally, he should have a Quran on him with fucking book pages on the spots where it says the key points of the arguments that he's bringing up. He should have a bookmark on the Quran right there so he can open it up. Right here, motherfucker, is where it says it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the only reason why you're here. That's all you're here for.
Show me you're innocent. I mean, show me that we're allowed to kill innocents.
Okay, so how do you define innocent?
Let me do it again. One more time.
China is the looming threat.
No. Sorry.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
Imam Qurtubi, Imam Ibn Kathir, Sheikh Ibn Fawzan, Sheikh Albani.
Jelly, what's good, bro?
Anyone, listen. You're innocent. When you get a knife to attack me, now I have to defend myself.
Yeah.
Or run. Yeah?
So when they surrendered, the Jewish tribe...
Religion of peace.
When the Jewish tribe
I would argue with anything.
He pulled their pants down. Did he pull their pants down? So he didn't check their age. That's from Ibn Ishaq. That's from Ibn Ishaq, the biography of Muhammad by Ibn Ishaq. That's the biography of Muhammad by Ibn Ishaq.
Ibn Ishaq? Who's Ibn Ishaq?
I mean, 200 years after Muhammad. 200 years after Muhammad.
Who's Ibn Ishaq? When Ibn
200 years after Muhammad.
When Ibn Ishaq compiled this narration of the Sirah?
200 years after Muhammad. 200 years after
What did he say?
What do you mean?
He said, I'm a historian. With all the information, you guys should authentic sources. So now...
Yeah. The Muslims are being used like the Moors back in like wasn't it the 14th century? I'm going on complete memorance or whatever the hell you want to call it, but yeah, I don't know. I think it was back in the 14th century. The Moors was used kind of like the same way. People always fight each other. It's our nature. Absolutely. Muslims are a bunch of goat fuckers who live in caves. Well, it's not very nice. No, but I mean, if all Muslims have different types of people, just like Americans, just like Chinese, just like anywhere else. And when something happens in their community, and people like this get upset, and they don't want to be associated with that, then they need, in my opinion, they need a bigger voice. They need a voice. The hashtag not all Muslims. You know what I mean? But which religion is the real one? I'm confused. Yeah. Same here. I mean, all religions are pretty fucked when you get down to it. I mean, I'm a Christian. And, yeah, we went around cutting heads off for like 600 years too, didn't we? But I do want to play a little guitar, so hopefully that's okay with you, bros.
You don't know the way. Do you know the way? You have to have Ebola to know the way.
You have to have Ebola to know the way. You have to have Ebola to know the way. China is slowly taking over. UK, should you sort out gun control? I mean, you guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I mean, anything I say would just be a bunch of virtue signaling fucking dribble. It'd be a bunch of bullshit, pointless. I mean, you guys got to get out there into your local town halls. Get involved in your community meetings. Vote. Vote when it comes up. Vote for your communities. Vote for your schools. Get out there. But, Saber, I'm going with that one, bro. Always have to keep Ebola to know the way. Oh, man. Cheers, Relic. Party on, my brother. Holy Wars, Megadeth sums it up. Yeah, that's a good-ass one. The bad knows do it. You have to have Ebola to know the way. Yeah, the gun crime in the UK is bad. Kids have spud guns. Spud guns? Shooting potatoes? For reals? Jesus Christ. I'm a spiritual person. I indulge in all sorts of spirits. Scotch, rum, whiskey. Oh, my sweet Jesus, that's funny. Are you a... Oh, my fuck. Oh, that's good stuff right there. Tommy Robinson is the man. I fucking love Tommy. Ah. Did someone say racist? Oh, you know what's so funny? I think it was either Sweaty Socks or One-Eyed Cat, one of them guys. He was coming in saying that I was a racist and all that, and that my mom must be proud. And then, like, right after he said that, my mom actually came into the stream, and I was like, hey, there's your chance to troll her. Go ahead. Good fucking luck. Cheers, everybody.
McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu has breakfast, so you can build the I forgot to set my alarm clock meal, featuring the sausage McMuffin with egg for $3, or the I'm not a morning person meal. Build your breakfast with favorites on McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu.
Cheers, everybody. I hope you enjoy the show. If you don't want to hear me play guitar, now's the time to leave, obviously. If you want to stick around for my guitar, I really appreciate it, because I love playing guitar for my people. If not, have a great day. What the fuck? Just like the riff. Love that jam. This one is the Walk in My Shoes. Walk in My Shoes. You doing requests? No, but there's a kid named Amuse Me. It's like a blue-haired kid. He streams every once in a while. He can do quite a bit. He can do quite a few. Can you play Far, Far Away? The farther, the better. You want the bat song, huh?
You have goals. Subway has a fresh fit menu. With 2 servings of veggies and 24 grams of whole grains, Subway has 8 6-inch subs with 400 calories or less. Like the rotisserie.
J-Squad.
Alright, man. Donald! Doyle! Uncle Donald is a fucking lunatic. That's what we love him for, though. That's what we love him for. Love him. Do you have PSTV? Oh, Christ, that's funny. much, ghetto gaggers. What do you call a baby nigga? A niglet? What the fuck, you guys? Fucking campfire mesmerizes me. Cool shit, Riff, man. Thanks. Thank you. I was feeling that one, man. That one had a lot of soul in it. Lee Walker, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? What's going on? Now I'm gonna put up a little sign or something around here that says, when I play guitar, I miss comments. I apologize. Sometimes me and this thing, man, when we're having a moment, you know, that's why I tell people to leave, you know what I mean? Because I stop paying attention to comments as much. You know, as soon as I'm done playing guitar and we're in between fucking songs and shit, I'd love to converse and talk a little bit, but, you know, as far as when I'm playing and shit, yeah, I miss the comments, and I do apologize for that. That's why I tell people, listen, I'm about to play guitar. If y'all don't want to be a part of that, then go ahead and take off. But some people stay, some people don't. Hawk Wind. Can't say I've heard of him.
We're bringing meaning back to value with America's best value. Value with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Value from the brand ranked highest in initial quality with a
new one. This is a new one. I haven't quite got it yet. Give me a minute, bros. I'm sorry, man. You hear James Hetfield is gonna be in new Bundy movie? What? Ever banged a Mongolo? We try this shit again, man. I'm trying to fucking... This is a newer one. play Pumped Up Kicks? I wonder if I could. I fucking love that song too, dude. Pumped Up Kicks. All the other kids. Pumped Up Kicks. Let me see if I can do it. Never even tried. First time for everything. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run faster than my golden. That's a fucked up song to play right now too, you know it is. But we're gonna play it anyway. Because it's meme worthy. It is very meme worthy. And I understand where you're going with this. I'm not. But you see how it's fucked up though? Because we just had the school shooting? This is a really fucked up song. Because, you know. And inappropriate. You goddamn right it is. But still. I never claimed on this channel I was ever politically correct. Ever. Too soon. But hey, it's music. Anyways, I'm butchering it. Unfortunately, I am butchering it. Do you know the way? Yes, I know the way. I do know the way. You have to have Ebola to know the way.
You don't know the way. Do you know the way? You have to have Ebola to know the way.
You have to have Ebola to know the way. Have Ebola in your heart, brother. I'm trying to get that. I still can't do it. Stop. Oh, Christ, man, that shit got me laughing, bro. All right, so my hand's nice and warmed up. Now let me get my lungs nice and warmed up. What y'all want me to play, man? You sound like some old school guys. Let me play some old school shit. I love this song. Let me play this. I love this song. You guys want to watch the video? Here, let me put the video up. This is my shit right here. This is my jam. Philosophy is if you don't constantly bitch about the president, then you're a white supremacist. What? Will the judge say our dynasty? Irony. All the dumber Nazis. Miss Kelly was good. I claim to not be. Punch a Nazi. Love Trump's hate, you guys. Let's go pepper spray some woman's eyes. Punching Nazis. I'm very drunk. Pliskin was good, bro. Hey, Dick Mouth. I like that. I might steal that from you. Hey, Dick Mouth. I like that. I might steal that from you. We'll leave our bets out the heads of those whose opinions we oppose. Fascist! Fine by me. Liberal, apparently. I'll be you all Nazis. I know a solo from a riff, my boy. Oh, you guys want me to riff it up? Alright, hold on. Let me pack this bowl. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear some down low, grungy, chunky stuff. I got you. "1934, pull out a gun, but I'm still not Trump." No, I'm gonna pick the guitar back up here in just a second. We were just a bunch of hypocrites. I'm just acting a little silly until I pick the guitar back up. It's like the best song. It's literally the best song in the world, and you know it is. And you fucking know it is, dudes. You fucking know it is. I take it you like Trump then? Why? Because I put that video up? That's funny. Our dynasty is you can't understand irony. Bow, 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 bow. I'll be in the Klan and make you understand that I'll be punching Nazis. Antifa will never admit that they were just a bunch of hypocrites. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Let's see, I like this one. A little choppy. I like rhythm, man. I don't know, dude. I like doing a little of both. I like doing both. Here's something that's a little different. Don't know if you like this or not. Here we go. Can't do any covers, dude. I've never. Let me try to. I'll try to explain something to you. It's a fucking miracle I even know how to play guitar. What you're hearing on guitar is years of being alone, frustration, aggravation, being bullied, excluded from friends groups, not having any friends, moving from a lot of schools, having a lot of fucking time on my hands, being alone in a bedroom. This is what you're hearing. I never once took the time to actually learn guitar. I play completely by ear. This is all heart, all passion. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I couldn't even tell you a scale, couldn't tell you a chord. I don't know a single cover. I don't know. That's about the best explanation I can give you. What you're hearing is years of being tortured, bullied, moved from different schools, drugs, drug abuse, girlfriends. Now here's something that's it's kind of like right up my alley. I like it. Disposable Heroes, best riff ever.
What's still buffering? What's happening?
What's up, bro? MAGA. Hey, man. So I'm about to play something. It's like a little bit of both. It's kind of like something that I'm into, like mathematical type of metal. But it's like it's lead lines mixed with a rhythmatic structure. I'll play it for you real quick. So. I'll play it again. I'll play it slow. And then, yeah. So I'm gonna play that. And it's kind of like the shit that I like, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of rhythm, but it's a little bit of lead as well.
Get the best unlimited on the most awarded network. Buy iPhone 8 and get one on us with no trade-in required.
much it. I like that shit. Invisible drummer, gotta love it. Oh yeah. I like this one quite a bit too. I like that shit. Lawnmower. Lawnmower death. Lawnmower death? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is lawnmower death? Relations because reasons. Drop D. What kind of primate hangs around the porch? I love hanging around the porch, bro. I guess I would be one of them primates. Because I'd be hanging around that porch. Like, all the time. Like, all the time. What's up, man? DIM, stay lit. Brother, friend request me, bro. For reals. For real, for reals.
Yours is still buffering. What's happening?
You're experiencing a network. You could have been watching that on the iPhone. Pretty soon the iPhone is going to be a little contact that goes on your eye.
www.valentinebeats.com.
Will do, Johnny. I'm on the porch all summer. This one's classic. Everybody loves this one.
Trap camp. Trap camp.
Gun in your hand. Happy fingers. Vaginal Jesus Greek metal. Vaginal. I can't read apparently. Vaginal Jesus. Great metal band. Fucking excellent metal band, dude. You need to hear it. Vaginal Jesus. Just the name alone. Just the name alone, you already know there's blast beats coming. You know what I mean? Vagina! You already know. Probably be one of my last songs. I'm starting to get pretty hungry. And, yeah. Probably head out here pretty soon, play some games. Riff, I'm doing a road trip. Visit you for a couple of greeter lessons. Yeah, when? Really, get into party chat, bub. Yeah, when? I'll pick up Johnny.
President's Day at Kia,
Well, hold up. I'm about to end this shit anyway. I'll pop in a party chat with you. I'm about to end this shit out. But you know we always gotta end it the same way. The same way. You already know. If you're new to my show, then you're about to hear it. But if you're not new to my show, then you know what's coming.
Good feeling when you're able to find people who like to play the kinds of things you like.
That you like to play,
That's
right?
one thing that helps to make friends. Playing together. It's such a
Good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling when you're growing inside. And when you wake up and you're ready to say, I'll think I'll make the playroom a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling. A very good feeling. You know, it's the feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new. And I'll have more conspiracies for you. And I'm sure you'll have some things that you'll want to talk about or troll about, you know. And I will too. You do. You always make each day such a special place. And you know how? By just you being you. There's only one person in the whole world. That's you. I'll be back next time, everybody. I love you so much. Bye-bye.